Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Spoony Pizzas here with another Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 video. Today I am reviewing Data Pack 3. Now before I kick off with the changelog of all the changes that Konami have announced, there is one thing I want to point out right from the beginning, is that when I was playing at the Estadio Palestra Italia, that the crowd in these sections here that I've highlighted were actually really animated compared to the rest of the crowd. And I've not noticed that in any of the stadiums that I've seen before, so that seemed to be something new, and it happens throughout the game as well. They don't stop, and it makes for a really lively atmosphere when you're playing at this ground. Now let's move over to De Kuip, which is Feyenoord's home ground. Someone in the comments did actually say that the Feyenoord fans were in the wrong area of the ground. If anyone else can clarify that, then that'd be great. I will leave the change log on the screen for a few seconds, but I'll also leave it in the description below. So this is the announced changes that Data Pack 3 are bringing. However, I have noticed some changes outside of this, and I noticed a few people commenting saying the changes they've noticed as well. So we're going to kick this off with a game between Feyenoord and Ajax, bitter rivals, at the De Kuip, the new stadium for Feyenoord. And it's just one of the two stadiums that was added. So obviously there's the Estadio Palestra Italia, which is the home, or the old home ground of Palmeiras. It's no longer there. And here we have the De Kuip, and like I said, this is Feyenoord Stadium. And I thought I'd just kick it off with Feyenoord against Ajax. Whilst I run through a list of the changes that I've noticed after numerous games I played as Manchester United against Liverpool, Ajax against Feyenoord, Feyenoord against Ajax, Palmeiras against Corinthians. So I've plenty of games, and I have actually got some feedback to give back to you regarding Data Pack 3. So let's kick this off. The first thing I noticed was the weightiness of the players. So when you're running and turning with the ball, or just generally jogging with the ball and turning, everything felt a little bit slower, very much like Data Pack 1. Where Data Pack 2 sort of added a bit more responsiveness. They've taken a little bit that away, so you're going to feel that heavy first touch again, I believe. And that's exactly what I felt when I was playing Data Pack 3. That's the first thing I actually noticed. So whilst that might be great for offline and feel a bit of a slower paced game, I thought online I think it's going to be it might be a little bit painful for those that were moaning about the first touch. But that's one of the first things I noticed. Actually, in the comments though, someone said they actually felt more responsive for them, but I guess it depends which team you're playing as. But I did try a variety of teams, thinking, oh, maybe it's just because I'm playing as Ajax that they're not the they haven't got high explosive power, etc. So I tried Manchester United, and I had exactly the same experience. So you've got that weightiness. That first touch is a little bit slower, and it's going to make the games feel a bit more, bit slower paced, a bit more methodical, a bit more realistic maybe. And I have to say I did enjoy the games I played, so it wasn't an issue for me. So that was one of the first things I noticed. And then the next thing I noticed was the AI. They do a lot more one-touch passing. Way more one-touch passing. Look at this. Look how they're playing out from the back. Like take a touch and then almost pass, and sometimes just passing it first time as they did out from the back. But you're going to notice that a lot in this game, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I noticed the one-touch passing certainly increased. They didn't seem to attack down the flanks as much either. But I'll cover this on a bit later anyway. I would notice that the AI lose the ball more frequently. So whilst they're doing the one-touch pass, I found that balls were going astray, misplaced passes, they're making misplaced passes, and that added a lot more realism. There we go, right off the bat, just as I was speaking about it, one misplaced pass, but there is some more that I'll point out a bit later as well as the game goes on. So yeah, I mean that's really good that they're actually going to. One of the things I found with PES 2019 was that AI was super accurate in passing and shooting. And it was a little bit frustrating how they'd never lose the ball, and cutting out the passing lanes never seemed like a viable option. And you can see here I can actually win the ball back a bit easier from the AI. So it's nice to know that they're going to lose the ball. And that also applies to my players as well. I noticed that my passes were going astray a bit more. And it led to a more end-to-end game and a good feel to the game, I would say. Another AI feature that I've actually noticed as well is they are actually taking long shots. I don't know if they're going to take one here, but no, they just float one in. But that was different again. The way they float the passes forward, it's not just out to the wings and try to get crosses in. Before, that was so predictable what they were going to do. But they do actually try and play it through the middle. And in fact, their first goal was played through the middle as well. And they actually did that twice to me. So that's going to be it's just something I wasn't expecting. See that there? How he passed it, he wasn't even unbalanced. That's a great save there. But the way they're going forward and attacking, they're taking chances. Look, he's off balance here, but he does that pass there. And, you know, generally you'll probably intercept that, but they managed to get it through. But they are actually trying to play through the middle, trying to play balls over the top. They will go wide still, but there's a greater variety of their attacking. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I noticed that in every game that I played. In fact, the goal they scored, which is coming right now, I believe, they actually scored against me when I was playing as Manchester United. Yeah, straight into that striker, turns and shoots. So that's going to be something you have to keep an eye on. But that greater variety is definitely going to be very interesting in terms of trying to defend. You know, before I was just like going out to the wings and just trying to stop them going out wide. But now you have to think about defensive strategy a bit better now. So that was good to see. A lot more slide tackles as well, as you saw there. I've noticed from the AI, sliding in a lot more, especially for like loose balls, which is quite cool. Yeah, I was actually interrupted about what I was going to say, but the AI actually taking long shots now. I had a number of shots outside the box. I think there's a few in this game as well, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And first time efforts, like I said, that variety of attacks. So here they're just trying to play the ball. One touch again, like I said, that one touch passing. Then he sees the ball over the top and he volleys it first time. And it actually goes wide. Yes, that leads me to my next sort of comment. That like I said, their passes and their shots are less accurate. Before they used to just like, anytime they're in the box, it's pretty much a goal. Top corner. And that seems to be eradicated. And that also applies to the player as well. So your shots and your passes are going to be less accurate. And I think that's really, really cool as well. I think I might even have an attempt here with it. Yeah, just it wasn't that attempt I was thinking of. But yeah, so your passes and shots are a lot less accurate now, which is really, really good. I don't know if it's coincidence, but I also, out of all the games that I played, Joe Gomez picked up a hamstring injury. Now, I don't know whether they're going to be more frequent, but it was pretty rare to have an injury in an exhibition game. So that might be something worth keeping an eye on. Obviously, I need more games to see if that's actually a fact of truth, or whether it's just because they're playing gegenpress and going to tire themselves out. So yeah, that's the main changes. So the AI one-touch passing, AI losing the ball more frequently because their passes are less accurate. AI now perform long shots outside the box. The players feel weightier, so it's adding a bit more of a battle-like feel when you're playing these games. And look at that. That's what I was talking about. He sidesteps my defender, he's under no pressure, and he misses the goal. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, well, 10 out of 10 times, that's a goal every day of the week. So it's really good that they're actually they've actually amended that. So, you know, because every time they're throwing goal, you're like, no, goal. There's no point waiting for the goalkeeper to try and save it. It's best just to try and go in goal and try and save it yourself. So that was really cool that they're actually missing shots. Like I said, the lively crowd at the Stadio Palestra Italia, that was really cool as well. Headers and volleys, that also applies when it comes to shooting. Definitely reduced inaccuracy. And talking of a volley, bosh. That gets me level back in the game just before half time as well. Literally 47th minute I think it was. Look at that, misplaced pass, under pressure, good header down and bang, on the volley, into the corner of the net. Great goal. 1-1 and that's half time. So yeah, I mean, this was actually a really good game, and I will point out some of the things that I saw in the certainly in the second half. On the 47th minute, they do a misplaced pass. I think it might be right here in a second. Just get ready for it. It was like so far. No, it's not just. There you go. There, right there. I mean, look how. That's what I'm talking about with the stray passes. It was just like he had a simple ball to play, and he just like completely misplaced it. I've not seen an AI do that. One other thing worth noting, I think, is the actual nets of both stadiums, especially this stadium. They're really nice, and they've got really good physics. That was just one of the minor points that I actually noticed while I was playing in the stadium. I was thinking, actually, I quite like this. I might have to do a Feyenoord Master League or something, because I actually really enjoyed playing with them. And the nets are fantastic, so a bit of net fetish there. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates that I've noticed so far in the game. I will continue to point these out as I let the gameplay play, and I'll be pointing them out to you. There's a header, pretty well timed, but quite way off target. So that's why I was getting the feeling that headers and volleys might be a little bit less accurate than they were. Okay, I'm just gonna let the game play out and also just comment here and there during the game of little things that I noticed.
Dicks one in. He's in space and looking for options. He's left his man. Shot a goal! Plenty waiting in the middle. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. That's offside. Yes, it is.
Look, I know our vantage point is very different, but he looked on.
Okay, just watch this sequence of events. So he's going to play it long. We're going to see that one-touch passing as soon as this guy knocks it down. There's that one-touch pass. Then he gets it wide. Now watch this. This is something you may not have seen before. Look at that little bit of skill there. Crosses it in and heads it wide. So firstly, no low cross. Secondly, the AI actually does skills now. And we also notice that one-touch passing in midfield again.
Tony de Vilhena with a delicate ball, and it's got through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger.
Coming right up is a stray pass from the AI. Just tried to knock it in behind here. Now watch this for a stray pass. This is what I'm talking about, stray passes. Look at that.
Just needed to be better than that, and he knows it. All the way back, and they start again. Keeper goes long. Now it's Huntelaar. Decent looking ball. Huntelaar. Can he put it away? Danger averted for now. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers.
One of the complaints was that goalies were coming way too far out of goal. As you can see there, he didn't come out of his 6-yard box, which is a bit more realistic. Before, especially coming down the wings, it looked like you could chip him every time, but you can see here he actually stayed back on his line, which is actually part of the change log as well. So that was already mentioned, but I thought I'd just highlight it here.
It's Huntelaar. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Oh, good interception. And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Can he put it away? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
The changes then in quick succession. Huntelaar, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Well, has he done enough since his goal? Is the feeling that he's lost his appetite for another? It's difficult to be sure exactly what the thinking is, but his race is certainly run now.
Tony de Vilhena. He's got away. Boots it to safety. Knocks it away.
Feyenoord showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Back into the middle.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Delivers across. Up for the header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Ajax can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
There's a long ball.
Okay, so I win the ball back here and I play a long pass, use super cancel just to evade the defender. Then I'm through and goal. Now look at the goalie's positioning. It's not the greatest, but it wasn't as bad as it used to be, because before they just charge out, you could literally run around him really easily. But you can see there he's like in two minds whether to come out, go backwards, which I thought was pretty cool actually. And it's going to lead to a different type of, different types of goals, because you have to react to how they're behaving. At first I thought, oh yeah, I'll chip him because he's coming. Oh no, he's not coming, he's going back on his line. Oh no, he is coming. I wasn't too sure, so I just went sort of wide and then managed to curl the ball around him. But it's going to keep you thinking and be more reactive rather than proactive. So when you're through on goal, sort of assessing the situation as you're bearing down on goal and trying to make the right choice. Overall, Data Pack 3 is absolutely superb. It's really, really enhanced the game. It's made all the right changes. It's going to make my Master League feel even better. So I can't wait to get back on that. So I'm just going to quickly summarize the points I've made during this video, the changes that I've noticed in Data Pack 3. So starting off with the AI, and they're now doing high crosses from the wings. They're also performing skills in and around the penalty box. They also bring new one-touch passing out of defence as well. The AI lose the ball more frequently, and once again the passes are less accurate. The AI take more long-range shots outside the box. The players actually feel a bit more weighty. Now, whilst this might be a little bit more annoying online, offline it feels really, really good. Goalies are less reluctant to charge off their line. User shots are less accurate, so that includes volleys and headers. There's possibly a greater injury frequency, like I said about Joe Gomez getting that hamstring injury in the few games that I played in the exhibition, which I hadn't seen before. The lively crowd at the Estadio Palestra Italia, and also the nets at both Feyenoord's ground, the Coupe, and the Estadio Palestra Italia were really, really good as well. Had really nice physics, which is a little minor point. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gents. Overall, really, really pleased with Data Pack 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for joining me. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like what you see, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you again in my next video. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.